He just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
Hi Notbit. Hello to Notbit. Thank you for joining us on Cole's live stream.
It's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Weather USA. Weather for UAC. Conditions are sunny with the temperature of 54F, 12C. The wind is blowing from the SE at 5 mph, 8 kmh, and the current humid.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 92 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
first down throw for Prescott. Believing in themselves, they've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Prescott looks to throw on first. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard twisting away. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yard.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
First down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He'll take it up the gut. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Able to push his way through. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. He's going to down to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Young on first down. And Sharp calls it in. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Chark, 61 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone.
High pull walls.
The 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable. And
hello
really
to Cole. Thank you for joining us on Cole's live stream.
You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Prescott on first down. Eluding the pressure.
I miss your live the other day, Cole.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Here is Young. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They toss it down to Pollard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here's Prescott. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down and 10. Prescott off play action. He's going to have the first down and more than that as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That's caught once again by Gallup. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, flush to his right. Going to take a shot for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Boy, as a head coach, those are the kind of plays right there where you look like a genius when they work out. But you might find yourself searching for work when they don't. Fortunately, this ball's in the look like a genius category. What a call and what a pickup on 4th down.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe...
And it'll be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a first
Does
down
your
throw for
Gmail
Young.
work,
That's a quick
Cole?
slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Looking to throw, Young. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Young. And that one too wide and incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
1st down, Young. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
1st and 10, Young. That's the tight end Hurst with it. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing, Young. Again, that's Hurst. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Dak.
Rolling to his left. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Here's Pollard again.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. To throw, Prescott. That is caught.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Now 1st and goal.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now Young and the Panthers down by 8. A little over 20 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
We have a 1st and 10 forthcoming. We have a red zone alert as well as this offense looks to punch it in a scoreless first quarter. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
4th down, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So that a great sequence for these guys. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Now Gino. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now can this offense muster a late 2nd quarter drive to break our tie? Let's see. They'll have to be pretty efficient with their time here. Watch the clock. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Pollard. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's a 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it's Certainly opens up some avenues for their offense, and if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs,
and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard. Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 3rd touchdown. This offense looking for 6 points. They are in the red zone as we'll get back into it here. 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Pollard. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, that's his night. Field goal does him no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So here's the situation, the football in the red zone for the offense. 2nd down and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Yo-yo wrong. You like my ride.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, Prescott here to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well,
they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Look ST my short.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Dallas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles.
Is that bussers? Oh shit, let's take a trip. It's a camper inside. Has a Cat 3126 motor. Dude, my grandfather had one and I loved it. '67 Ford. Start picking kids up for school. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Can you imagine doing Uber? Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. Hi up. Hello to up. Thank you for joining us on Cole's live stream. LW emoji waving hand. How are you doing today up? Uber. Just woke up, ate some mad honey and was tripping last. Knee feel great? Oh yay. I got a monetized channel up. Nice, congrats. To look up your weather in your area, type weather in your city and state and night, but we'll look skipping the rest. Tie up. Type. Type Shreveport. Gotta get up and around hungry this morning. See y'all. Chat emoji waving hand. Oklahoma City. Okay. Weather Oklahoma City. Weather for Oklahoma City. Conditions are fair with the temperature of 32 F0 C. The wind is blowing from the N, skipping the rest. KK. Weather Bogiu. Weather for Bogia. Conditions are light rain with the temperature of 56 F13 C. The wind is blowing from the W at 5 MPa, skipping the rest. Weather days nudes. Invalid location specified. Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. 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 Weather hell.
Tonight.
Weather for Manhattan. Conditions are fair with the temperature of 37 F3 C. The wind is blowing from the W at 7 mph, 11 kmh, and the current H.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 58 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a account slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
Smash that like button, emoji thumbs up, medium dark skin tone, and make sure you connected to the host.
Give him a chance to win. You fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Back to the running game with Swift. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Cowboys at 10-2 on the year, and I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. A nice performance last week, recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
After the big play, a chance to finish. Now on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met him.
Hurts fumbles it.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run yourself.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the option left, it's Hurts.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On fourth down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Prescott from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Prescott now from the 50, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Here's Prescott. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we come upon halftime. 6-3 is our score. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone...
There he goes left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Into space at the 45. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now this is fielded in the end zone, and he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run
touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Hello to all. Thank you for joining us on Cole's live stream.
You come out and you think maybe you can catch him off guard a little.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Jonathan Hankins able to to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they... sensational, clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least